Hello everyone, this is Wakeangel 2001 coming at you with a little Wakeangel 2001 rant. I couldn't really think of a different category to put this under, but it's just something that I really wanted to get, off my chest. Because there's just this little thing about toy lines that really bugs me sometimes. It's army builders. You know what an army builder is. It's that one character from a toy series that you want to get more than one copy of. Like your stormtroopers, Now, the one thing that really bugs me is when the army builder is hard to get. Now, I'm not merely saying hard to find. That's something you could say about the Jakks Pacific Sonic line. For example, let's say you wanted a bunch of egg robos. The 4-inch one specifically. As far as I'm aware, it's only been released once so far, but in principle, you can find them somewhere and buy a few of them. It would get a little bit more expensive than usual, but it's doable. No. I'm talking about army builders that you literally can't get a bunch of because of how the figures are distributed. In order to buy an army builder, you need to be able to get several copies of one character relatively easily. Like, I already mentioned Stormtroopers, but also the Seekers from Transformers, the Foot Ninja from Ninja Turtles, that kind of stuff. But what if the army builder is part of a multi-pack? Not a good multi-pack that comes with like 2 or 3 copies of the same figure, but a multi-pack with different characters. Hasbro released that Troop Builder multi-pack, which had a generic Seeker, a Quintesson, a G2 Cybertronian, and the Auto Trooper. What if you, like me, only wanted the Auto Trooper instead of getting 3 other characters you weren't interested in? Off to eBay! What if you wanted to get like 3 of them so you can have a little platoon? Troops! There really is no practical way to do that at normal retail prices. Unless you happen to luck out with 3 of your friends who each want one of the other figures or something. What are going to be the odds of that? But that isn't the worst case. Now, what if your troop builder is the Build-A-Figure? Oh yeah, as something that can only be described as peak stupidity. How about if each figure in the wave came with only a part of the troop builder, and you wouldn't have it unless you bought all 6 figures in the wave? How about if there were only 4 figures in the wave, and you had to wait for wave 2 to come out before you could get all 6 of the characters, and therefore build a single troop builder? If you think I'm being facetious, then let me introduce you to the new Superman line. If you even saw the trailer for the new Superman movie, then you would know that Superman has a bunch of robots in his Fortress of Solitude. So of course, it would make sense that some people would want to get at least a few of these guys. Like to set up a Fortress of Solitude display or whatever. Of course, you need to buy the entire collection to make even one of the robots. And as of the time of writing this script, I've only seen Mr. Terrific, Superman, the Engineer, Metamorpho, and Green Lantern in the stores so far. I have not seen a Hawkgirl in like half a dozen different stores. Not a single Hawkgirl. Unless they sold out first, because of course the cases don't have the same number of all the characters. There are as many figures of Superman as all the other figures put together. So for all I know, all 6 were in the case, but they short-packed Hawkgirl and Green Lantern because they thought they'd be less popular. Well, with this being the Guy Gardner Green Lantern, let's forget the fact that he's played by Nathan Fillion, one of the most beloved actors of our modern times. The Guy Gardner was not popular in universe, so I bet he's not going to have a popular toy. And of course, Hawkgirl is a girl. Frankly, I'm shocked that I even saw the Engineer once in stores, because, she is also a girl. Now, I really have nothing to say about how to fix this. I mean, the solution is technically simple. Just single card the figures, all of them, and sell them in equal quantities. Or double load not only the one that would be the most popular, like the lead hero, but also the character that actually has more than one in the fiction. Like the robot of which there are a whole bunch of identical machines walking around. I mean, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Like, I honestly can't believe that a troop building character was released as a Build-A-Figure. And then a second level of stupidity on top of the Build-A-Figure thing is, like, not even making equal quantities of all the characters available. Like, given how many more Supermans there are than all the other figures, that means there's gonna be so many people that just have a torso for the Build-A-Figure and nothing else. And I guess technically that is from a scene in the movie where Superman was cradling the destroyed robot in his arms, so at least you have that option, but still, it seems really stupid to me that they released him as a Build-A-Figure. Alright, so thank you all for indulging my Wakeangel 2001 rant. Maybe I'll be able to sleep a little bit easier now that I've gotten this off my chest.